Hello everyone, welcome back. While going through the channel, I have noticed some comment from some of my friends where they are looking for the Active Directory authentication in ASP.NET Core using .NET Framework 7.0. Although there is no difference steps and all the methods are straightforward like it was in earlier version of .NET, nothing has changed. But just to help the friends and help to others, I'm going to recreate the same sample again, but this time I will be using .NET 6.0 or 7.0. So let's begin. The demo what I'm going to show you, it's straightforward, no coding required, it's simple enough. There is no special coding required. What you need that you just need Azure subscriptions, and in Azure you must be having the access to the Active Directory and you should be the admin of the Active Directory. You cannot use your corporate Azure account because normally in the corporate account the administrator doesn't give the admin access to individual, just to avoid a lot of application creating. So I would recommend that better go create your own Azure account, and it's for initially it's a free. If you go to the Azure directory, you will already see that most of the services are free. Similarly, that this Active Directory is the free forever. There are some services which are free for 12 months only, but many services are free for always. Similarly, this Active Directory service is free for all the time. Okay, so I'm going to use the free version of Azure Active Directory subscription, and let's go ahead and create. Simply this time I'm going to use the .NET Framework 6 or 7. I'm currently using the Visual Studio 2022 Community Edition. You can go and use anything. So see here I'm selecting the ASP.NET Core web app. The reason is the purpose of this video is to recreate or go through the how to integrate the Active Directory in ASP.NET Core using Framework 7.0. Earlier version was using 4.8, but this time I'm going to use 7.0. Let's go ahead, create a simple project. Select the .NET Core Web App. I'm using the select language as a C#. Click on the next. Give application some name. So I'm not making any changes. I will keep the application name as web application only. So let's keep it the default. Move to the next. This is the crucial screen where you need to select. The proper selection is required if you want to integrate the authentication in your application. See here, I'm going to show you authentication only, not the authorization. Authentication means that you would be authenticated using Active Directory to use the application. If you want to go to authorization, so there are the two ways. Either you can do the authorization in your in-house application. You can write there access label, other thing in your application itself, or if you want, then you can go ahead and create the authorization services in Azure itself. For this training purpose, I'm not going to demo you the authorization. This is just a authentication only. So see here, I'm going back again, and this is the one of the main screen and crucial. Here if you see that it's saying authentication type. See here there are two options available, .NET 6.0 and .NET 7.0. So I'm currently using standard edition, the .NET 7.0. Go ahead, and here if you see there are three options: individual account, Microsoft Identity Platform, and window authentication. If you are going to use the window authentication, so it will automatically pick the name of the person who is logged in and what the user ID you are using for logging to the system it will use. But for this training purpose, I'm going to use the Microsoft Identity Platform. The reason is that purpose of this video is to show you that how you can create Active Directory, how you can integrate the Active Directory in ASP.NET Core 7.0. See here the entire coding, I'm not going to make any changes, I'm not going to do any coding, it's straightforward. So let's go ahead and select the Microsoft AD platform, go ahead and create the application. It may take a couple of seconds or maybe the couple of minutes based on your local internet access or your PC or your laptop performance. See here, it automatically doing some configuration for me. The first thing you can see that it already attached one service dependency, that is secret.json locally, and it automatically pop up a second screen. The second screen says the required component need to be installed. This means this is the main package which need to be installed so that your application will integrate or will work with the Microsoft Azure Active Directory. Click on the next. Once you click on the next, it will automatically install the required dependency. Interesting thing here, if you see that I'm already logged into Microsoft account, so that's why it's not asking anything for me. I will create another sample after this one by logging out. Okay, let me go back. Okay, no, I cannot go. See, these are some of the test application which is already available in my account, in my Microsoft account, and these are some applications which I have created for sample purpose. So let's go ahead and create a new one. You can use existing one as well, but for this purpose I'm going to create a new one. So I'm making a name like AD core demo. You can name anything as you want. The system will automatically create this application in Azure. There are two ways. Either you go ahead, first log into your active. Okay, leave that one. I will give a walkthrough. What are the other ways? Other way is that either you can create the application, the register application here itself, or you can directly log into your Azure, create application over there, and then use that configuration. So if you have already created an application, that application will be listed down here and you can directly select and go ahead. But if you are creating a new one, so you can directly create from here. The condition is that you must be logged in to your Azure account and you must have the active subscription. So I'm creating a new one. So I'm giving the name, display name, AD core demo, click on register. The dependency which was installed will automatically do these all those settings for me. Go ahead and click on finish. See, now it started connecting to the Microsoft Azure and it will automatically start the required dependency, required DLLs, and whatever is required to connect this application with Azure. Forget about these few errors. You will continue. If you see this type of error, go back, and once more select the same one, go to next, and click on finish. It will again retry to download. Sometime it's happened, so ignore those errors, just retry to install. Now if you see that it installed all those dependencies without any problem. So don't worry about these errors. Sometime it happened. You just need to go back and reinstall. Click on close. Now you are done. See, I haven't made any changes. I haven't done any code change. I haven't written a single line of code. But this application is now configured to run and do the authentication using Microsoft Active Directory. Just to check it, let's go ahead and start the application. If you are running for the first time, application may ask you to configure for HTTPS. So click on yes. It will configure for HTTPS and it will install the required certificate for you. I have already installed the certificate on my local machine. That's why it doesn't ask. But there may be a pop-up in between while building and running that do you want to configure using HTTPS? Click on yes. System will automatically generate a temporary certificate for you and it will automatically install certificate localhost. Here, see here now. it automatically, let me close it and run it. See, launched. Now if you see that it's running the local one, but now see here it redirected to Microsoft. Now my application is using the Active Directory authentication. If I click over here, it will ask for the password. Click on sign in. If you have enabled the two-step authentication, it will ask to do the two-step authentication. Let's check it. For me, yes, if you see that it automatically asking to approve the sign in request. So let me approve. I have already installed the Microsoft Authenticator application and configure my Active Directory to approve. So let me give a second. Let me go back to my phone and approve this one. So I will once I approve. Okay, so I approve the application using my Microsoft Authenticator app, and it automatically redirected over here. Now if you see that it's still on the Microsoft. Now as this is the application which is not currently configured, so Microsoft will ask some permission from you, and you have to accept those so that these application is configured on the Microsoft Azure Directory. If you want to see that here, it's application domain, it's not verified because it is the local one. If you want to go ahead, you can see the this application would like to see your basic profile and other things. If you are using the your corporate organization, you can go ahead, you can set the organization, but for our local purpose or personal use, nothing. Just go ahead and click on accept. I see it. It's working. Now it's log into the system, the account, and rest of the applications are working. Click on sign out. See here, if there were more than one account logged in, it will ask that which account do you want to sign out. Click on the account which you want to sign out, and it will clear all those caches and other settings which were stored locally during authentication. Now it's saying that it's good idea to close your account, and you are done with the authentication. So this was the simple enough to configure. Now let's go ahead. For example, this was the training purpose I created. If you want to connect, currently this application is configured to use my own Azure Directory service. If you want to use this application with other thing, what you need to do, if you go back here to the application setting.json file, you can see here all the things are written here. So this is the place where all the information about the about the Azure Active Directory is written. Instance, this one is the login URL, this is the domain name, this is the tenant ID, and these are the client ID. If you want to use this with other application or with other Active Directory, just replace these 3 or 4 lines, and it will start working with any Active Directory. So that's all, simple enough. So let me go back to the Azure and see. Let me go back to the Azure portal and show you that how it is configured. Okay, go back to the Azure. It may again ask for approval. No. Okay. Yes. So give me a second. Let me reapprove. I have put my phone away from my system, so I need to go back. Just give me a second. I'm approving. So if you see application is approved, I have approved this one. Now if I go to the Microsoft Active Directory, initially actually earlier this was called Microsoft Active Directory, now it is renamed as Microsoft Entra ID. If I go back, click on here. So if you see that this is the tenant ID, let me switch back the code, and this is the tenant ID 44 something like. Let me go B0 and you can see that the same one. So this is the tenant ID. The tenant ID, it means that this primary domain tenant ID. So you can copy here from here and go back. Now if you go back to the application, so go back app registrations. Here you would be able to see that all applications which are registered. So see here, these are some of the test application I have created, and if you click on here you will be able to see that when and what has been created. Okay, so that's all. That's simple enough. You can go ahead and create the you can integrate the Active Directory in your ASP.NET Core application. Now let me go back and show you one more steps. So during this demo, what I did, I haven't gone to the Azure portal. So everything I configure using Visual Studio itself. But if you want, then you can go and do the reverse one. Means you can go here and click the new app registration. Something, let me Azure Core ESP, something like that, and keep this default. This is the web one, leave everything and you can register here. It will create the application for you, and again it will create, see here, this is the application ID and this is the tenant ID. These are the two things you need. So you can copy here and you can paste here. Or if you have noticed that when I was creating the application, let me go back, let me close this one, let me log out from here and show you that how it works once you are not logged in. Okay, so let me go ahead and create a new project again. This time if you see that I have already logged out from the system. So let me go ahead and create a new project for you. Again ASP.NET Core. Next, I'm leaving the application name itself. From here you just need to select the identity platform, go ahead and create. Now it will start downloading and configuring my application. It automatically popped up that this dependency need to be installed. This is a required component for connecting this application to the Microsoft Azure. Let's click on the next one. See here, it installing the required component. And now if you see that this time it is not giving me anything. So what you need to do, you need to sign in. Sign in with this other account. I'm using my personal account. Next, it will again for to approve, so I have to step, let me check, it's not ask. Okay, see here I'm successfully logged in and now it's loading the other applications. The only difference in both is earlier I was logged in, so I was able to see the listing and I have created the application from the Visual Studio itself, but this time I can select the application from there. If my password is correct, it will logged in and it will show yes. approve the sign in request. Oh, 1 second, I need to re-approve. Okay, so application is approved now, and now you can see that all the applications which were registered over there get listed, and I can select anything. I can select the anyone which is already registered application, and I can use it. So that's the only difference. Let me cancel this one. I'm not going to create. So the purpose was this one, that how you can first do the app registration, then configure, and second one how you can do everything using Visual Studio itself. So that's all about today. Feel free to comment. Feel free to reach out to me if you need any further help. I'm happy to help you. Thank you.